If you love homemade bread but don't have the time or the energy to figure out how to make bread dough from scratch, I want to show you my super easy no-knead bread recipe that I can keep in the refrigerator and pull out and have fresh bread any day of the week. I'm going to also show you my 3 favorite ways to have it. So let's get started. There's just a few ingredients. I like to mix mine up in a plastic dish that has a lid so I can keep it in the refrigerator, and I like to make a big batch so I can cook it up whenever I'm ready for it. So let's start with 3 cups of bread flour. If you don't have bread flour, you can use all-purpose flour here, but bread flour has a little higher in protein and it gives you a little bit better bread. There's 2. Let's do 1 more. And then I'm going to add in 3 cups of whole wheat flour. This is white whole wheat flour. We mill it ourselves. So there's 1, 2, 3 cups of that. Now we just need to add in some salt. I'm going to add in some ground flaxseed. This gives some nice fat, so it's nice moist bread without adding any oil. The next thing we do is add some yeast. I need 2 teaspoons of yeast. I am using active dry yeast here, but you can also use instant active yeast. Actually, I'm almost out. This is how I buy my yeast. I buy it from Costco. I keep it in the freezer, and then I just put it into these containers when I want to have some available for use. So I need 1 more teaspoon. Let's stir this up, then we'll add some water. Whoops! All right. One thing about mixing it in the square containers, you got to make sure you get everything out of the corners. All right, that looks great. We're going to add in 3 cups of warm water. We're talking just out of the tap, nicely lukewarm water. You could actually use cool water here too. It's not going to matter because we're going to end up putting it in the refrigerator. Let's stir that up. If yours looks dry, you can add some more water. It's really hard to mess this up. What we're looking for here is a nice shaggy dough. And see, mine looks a little dry, so I'm going to add some water to this. One thing about bread dough is you do have to adjust the amount of water to flour ratio. It depends on the weather and it depends on the flour. The goal is to make sure all of the flour is incorporated and wet. That's looking pretty good. That's all we have to do tonight. Tomorrow I'll show you how I make it into loaves or how I save it for having fresh bread during the week. This is just going to sit on the countertop for several hours before I stick it in the fridge. Once this is set on your countertop for a couple hours, you need to do one more thing before you put it in the refrigerator. You see how it's bubbled up nice? You can see how bubbly it's gotten. Now we just want to stretch this out on every corner. So just pick it up and stretch it. Oops, I need to spray my hands. You put a little oil on my hands. Woo! Okay, there we go. That's better. And then we're going to stretch it and do it. Then we're going to stretch it like that. This process helps to develop the gluten. And there we go. You can stick this in the refrigerator for 7 to 10 days and make fresh bread any day of the week. I love this recipe because it proves that homemade food doesn't have to be complicated, doesn't need a million ingredients, and you can easily do it in a few minutes a day. So when you're ready to make your bread, you can just take it out of the refrigerator, cut off a chunk. You're going to preheat your Dutch oven by sticking it in the oven while your oven preheats. Set the temperature to 450 degrees. Cut out a chunk of dough, flour down on your board. Now you want this to be kind of a wet dough. So if you wanted to make spaghetti, for example, you can just get out a chunk of dough, and that's going to be A plain simple loaf you can make into garlic bread. I like mine to have a lot of flour on it because it looks pretty when it comes out of the oven. I set mine on a piece of parchment paper so it can rise a little bit and it's easy transfer right into my hot pan. But let's say another day you want to make a different kind of bread. So you can just pop that out of the refrigerator again. And this time, let's make everything bagel bread. Put a healthy portion of everything bagel seasoning on the table. Grab a chunk of dough. You can put that right into your seasoning. Wrap it up a little bit. Roll it in there. Put it on a piece of parchment paper, and you can set that aside while your oven's preheating and let it rise. Let's say on a totally different day, you wanted to have cinnamon raisin bread. Well, let's do that. Pop your dough out of your refrigerator. Break off a chunk of dough. Oops. You're going to want some flour down in your countertop because you need to flatten this out a little bit. Now, if your dough is coming right out of the refrigerator, it could be a little hard to work with, so you might need to let it sit on the countertop for a little while and warm up. I'm flattening this out so I can add some cinnamon and raisins. Let's do a sprinkle of cinnamon. I like a lot. And I'm going to do a little sprinkle of sugar because this dough does not have any sugar in it. And lastly, I'm going to add some of my raisins. Now let's roll it up. Don't lose any, shove them all back in there. Roll it up into your ball. Put it on a piece of parchment paper. Let it rise. And it's ready to go. Our recipe makes either 2 large loaves or 4 small loaves like this, however you want to cook it. Today we're doing the small loaf, so it's going to go in the oven at 450 into our preheated pan for about 30 minutes. We'll do 20 minutes with it lid on and then take the lid off for another 10. So here's our preheated Dutch oven, and because I am making this all today and not on separate days, I can bake 2 of my small loaves at one time. I like to score my loaf just so it looks fun and pretty. I don't ever do anything fancy with that. Okay. So let's put both loaves into the pan. If I had one larger loaf, I wouldn't do this, but because I've got 2 small loaves, they fit right into the pan. Tablespoon of water right there, just so it can steam a little bit. Put that lid on. This goes in the oven for about 20 minutes. All 3 of our loaves are out of the oven and they look great. When you add that extra tablespoon or so of water into the pan and you get the steam, your crust is a lot softer. You'll see some of the videos where they're real crusty. You can feel this one's a little crustier. So depending how crusty you like the bread, you can add that little bit of water and you get a little softer crust. My husband doesn't like the super hard crust. This one here doesn't have the water and you can hear the crunchiness. So let's cut into our bread and see how it looks. Okay, so my bread knife is missing, so we're going to have to see what we can do with just a regular old serrated knife. Look great. Here's our plain loaf. And this is our cinnamon raisin. It's hot. One of my favorite ways to eat no-knead bread is just a fresh out of the oven with a little bit of butter. That's really good. If you want a great soup recipe to eat your bread with, then check out this recipe right here. It's so good.